Alright, so it's finally released after, I forget how many years, at least two, if I had to guess, in development. By Sulfuric Glue, really good buddy of mine. And yeah, it's a SamCraft experience. Ooh, so we're playing Minecraft on Serious Sam, only instead of mining for gold, we're mining for kills. You know what I'm talking about? Apparently it loosely follows the story of Minecraft, which I've never played Minecraft. Well, that's not true. I did play it back when I was in middle school. Like, a friend of mine had, like, a bootlegged-ass version of it. Back then, it didn't have a story, to my knowledge. You know what Minecraft had? Nothing. It was a sandbox. That's what Minecraft originally was. It was, like, literally just a sandbox game where you could build shit, but also had, like, an online component. That didn't work on my friend's, yeah, shitty build they brought up for, like, the school lunch. The school lunch. Yeah, school lunch, but, like, in the library, you know what I'm talking about? So we go to, like, the library because there were, like, some computers in there. And, yeah, we'd play, like, this, like, weird cracked-ass version of, like, Halo 3 on the PC before MCC was even a thing. And, yeah, just good times, right? So... Anyway, that was my experience with Minecraft. It was, like, literally, at the time, on, like, some dude's, like, you know, what do you call it, a thumb drive? Just stick it in. Yeah, like a little portable stick hard drive, put it in, we play it off that. Yeah, no story to be had, so, this is all new. I don't know shit about Minecraft nowadays. Nor do I really care. I mean, I'm the serious Sam player. I don't go building stuff, I go destroying enemies. That's how I do. I mean, if I were a creative person, I wouldn't be playing serious Sam, you know what I'm talking about. If I were creative, I would not be playing this game. Yeah, so a lot of the fights are designed around killing enemies quickly and efficiently. There is a difference. Efficiently means doing it in a way that, you know, basically will yield, like, the best results. But then, like, you know, speed is just what it sounds like. It's all about, like, speed. Like, your execution of it, how accurate you are, the tempo that you keep up, all that kind of shit. It's a small difference. I mean, they both go hand in hand, so, yeah, basically just keep up the tempo, keep up the killing, and you'll be good. If you are slow at killing shit, then, yeah, you'll get overwhelmed and you'll die. That's just how it's designed. So if that sounds good to you, then you'll probably like this map. If you don't like killing stuff as soon as it spawns in, and you're not gonna like this map. It's a really simple concept. Also, I got stuck outside for some reason. How dare you? That usually never happens, but it did happen during my playtesting. Sometimes, like, rarely, so I guess it's like a known issue, but nothing really to do about it. Things have been done to try to reduce the amount of times it happens, also reduce that. But it happens regardless, I don't know why. This fight's not my favorite, this one's just harpies for some reason. Oh yeah, and then we get the Nizer style fight. I think this one actually came out around the same time that Grand Forest did, so yeah, like I said, this mod has been in development for quite some time. This is like one of the first playable areas. Like basically the entire opening bit to here was all playable, and then like that was pretty much where the mod stopped in its first iteration. So yeah, lots and lots of progress has been made since then. It's just been very slow going. I don't know the person in real life, so I don't know what they're going through, but you know, everyone's busy with shit. So that's fine. It's kind of to be expected. So we got everything that we needed. I think supplies actually do respawn. Yeah, it's like a grenade pickup. I think that's it. So anyway, that spawns. Might as well grab it. We got the crossbow, got the Sturmgewehr, or the Sturmgewehr, as you know it's pronounced. This fight's kind of weird. It is definitely challenging, but it's mostly because it's just like a bunch of rushing enemies. With like some snipers that you have to take care of. They're greatly alerted the reptiloids, that's beautiful. He'll probably just shoot stuff. Or he'll completely forget about me. Okay, that's cool too. I like it when they do that. Okay, get him out of here. Then we got some clears to deal with. No problemo. Whoops. That's better. Gonna get that guy. Him. Alright, then we have the helicopter. Yeah, he's kind of weird. I just kill him. Like I said, all about speed. That's how you beat the map. You just kill shit quickly, and also the fact that I played it a bunch helps too. It doesn't help make it easier, it just helps kind of keep me on track for what I'm supposed to be doing. Which in turn makes it a bit easier overall, I guess, so there's that. This... But is it here? No, it's up here a little bit. There's like an armor pickup that I don't think will spawn in anything because I'm full on armor. Unless I'm going a really long distance. I should have just used the stairs. Oh, whoops. Yeah, let's try that again. Yeah, it just spawns him. Nothing too dangerous, just wanted to show him off, I suppose. Let you guys know that there he is. Alright, so now we're up here, we can jump across, get some grenades. Very nice. And now for another fight. Ow. Okay, you. And just jump and shoot him in the face. Oh, I timed it wrong. Yeah, if you blow him up as he's dying, at like the perfect moment, it'll actually just take out all those enemies. It looks really cool. But I'm actually kind of sad that I missed the opportunity to do that. Anyway, just double tap him really quick. I'm actually thankful that he didn't spaz out like he normally does. Because if he spazzes out, then there's a pretty good chance he'll just run directly into your face. And then there's not really much you could do about him once he's there. That's cool. He played nice this time. Anyway, there's 4 secret switches in this map. And the first one is right here. Just pull it. Then we have another fight, because of course we do. I really like this map, actually. I know it's not going to be everyone's taste, but I enjoy it. Because it's like a different type of challenge, you know? It's about just kind of being on your A game, and sort of just knowing when shit's going to happen. All these fights are very beatable, it's just about knowing how to do it. And that takes practice, obviously, which I have plenty of, since I did playtest it. Not saying I'm gonna beat it, but we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Maybe I'll get really far, or maybe I'll die right here. But anyway, that's all taken care of, and we make it to this area. Grab some supplies, including rockets for a weapon that we don't have just yet. More rockets. And nothing. Yeah, you thought there was going to be a fight. Nah, not yet. There will be, though. There's still time for it. Do pay attention to the cracked wall, though, because that will be important. Or a little later. Alright, so we got the key to the Grey House. Wonder where the Grey House is. Oh, we don't really have time to worry about that right now. We have enemies to deal with. Let's launch a juicy grenade in there. Somehow he slipped past my defenses. Okay. I saw a grenade came back, so I don't really want it. So you can't line it up. I can. Nice. I was actually waiting for a projectile. Alright, they're all dealt with. Very nice. Let's go run back this way. Might as well grab this armor. And this is the Grey House. I also find an unknown house key. Not a secret, but it does open something pretty nice, but we don't have time to look for it right now. There's more enemies. Alright, they're all dealt with. Let's make some headway. Go back. I missed. And unfortunate. There you go. That went right over his head. What the hell? Yeah, you know, I'll just shoot him. Fuck it. I don't care. Alright, so about that unknown house. It's right here. It gives you a storeroom key, but I'm not going to look for the storeroom just yet. Instead, now that we have the rocket launcher, I'm going to use a shot to break open this wall. And look, it's German 985. The best guy. He's the best guy around. We heard he was convicted of a murder. What might have... Yeah. Love that. Yeah, I wouldn't blame you if you don't get the joke. That's some weird-ass YouTube video I saw. So anyway, that fight is kind of difficult, but we got it. Very good. Also got some rockets out of the deal. That's very, very nice, in fact. And now... Oh, right. I have to go here first and blow this thing up. Make sure to grab these rockets. And then we can watch the scenery unfold before our very eyes. Yeah, so this gate that takes you to the Nether just raises out of the ground. It's pretty cool looking. I enjoy it. And let's go grab these and the ammo. Now, before taking the cannon, I do want to go find the storeroom, which is actually in that hallway where we first entered this little beachside area. So, run back here, and it will give you some very useful supplies. And the reason I grabbed those helmets is because there's an armor overcharge here, and I wanted to make sure I had as much armor as possible before picking that up. And you know what? It was worth it, because we have a full 200 stack of armor. That's gonna help. It's going to help quite a bit. So, now let's take the cannon so that we can go across. And now we have some very interesting sidewinders that are incredibly fast. But don't worry, they slow down after attacking, because they're just weird like that. I don't know what's up with them. You just kind of wait a little bit until they go to a more reasonable speed. Alright, so there is actually a method to this. The deal is you want to focus on one of them until it gets kind of low on health, and then you focus the other one. And I think this... I want to actually get rid of the red one first. But not yet. Now I want to focus on the golden one. For him to separate a little before I continue my attack. And the reason I do this is because the boss is scripted to where if one of them dies and the other one gets supercharged and basically has more attacks. So if you kill them both roughly around the same time, then it reduces the chances of that happening. It does prolong the fight, but honestly, I'd rather do this than... Yeah, so he teleports, this one dies. And that's how you do the fight. I lost all my armor, but you know what, that's fine. Well, I lost all my armor overcharge anyway. Actually doing pretty good on normal armor. Still have 6 above what it would normally be, so that's good. By the way, second lever is the one I pulled behind the portal. So now you touch the nether gate, and you get teleported. Yeah, so there's an armor. I don't really need it, but there it is. Some grenades. And let's do... yeah, platforming land. Let's do it. There it goes. Pretty easy. And now we do the opposite side, which is combat. Not too bad, actually, but these enemies will spawn. Yes, so it's nothing too serious, it's just those guys. Now this one is a bit more dangerous because the clears actually spawn them from that doorway, but they're kind of quick. So there's 3 in total, I just wait for all 3 of them to die before I continue. And the main thing here is just to keep space. So kill the mummies, shotgun the vampires when they first spawn in. And yeah, pretty easy. It's just a small skirmish, nothing too deadly. Okay, he was late to the party. Out we go. And now we can progress through the door where we get the 3rd and final skill point. Just gives you Born to Run. Got some snipers, nothing too dangerous. And then there's this grenade pickup, which is kind of weird because it gives you like the default amount, which is 4, but the model's changed. And it's basically a custom pickup that just doesn't have an outline, but it still floats. It's just kind of a weird pickup. I'm not gonna bother fixing it for this one map. I mean, screw it. I got better things to do than that. Not a whole lot better, but still something different. Alright, so now we go up here. And we pull this lever. And basically the levers each open up one of 2 gates. So pull both levers and you can progress. Pretty easy. We'll just jump down here, go down the stairwell. There's no return fight, so that's nice. Gives you a little bit of a break. That door is just there. Doesn't actually have anything behind it. Gives the illusion that there's a bit more to explore than there actually is. Alright, this fight is actually difficult, which is why... well, actually I probably should have done this one first in retrospect. Oh well. The other fight, not that difficult. This one, a bit more difficult. So rockets will be your best friend, and basically you use those to kill stuff. Mostly fodder enemies, believe it or not. Yeah, so there's macro hoppers, just kill those, and kill the vampires. Yeah, so you can kind of see why this fight is more difficult. It's all about managing space and also killing key targets. It's hard, but it's not impossible. Just kind of have to keep your wits about you and also try to anticipate enemies that are becoming too janky. Because the more you move around in Serious Sam, believe it or not, the jankier your enemies can get. Increases the likelihood that they'll do some jank shit to try to kill you. This fight's also hilarious. It spawns in these guys, but they're actually kind of pushovers. Ow. Okay, he hit me once, did a lot of damage, but no matter. He still got bested by my blade. My diamond blades of fury. Oh, that was a headshot. Nice. There's a Zealot. Yes, there is. Actually, a Legionnaire. Even worse. Come here, buddy. Yeah, just kind of bait him out. Let's see. Do a little bit of that. And, yeah. Fight's pretty easy. It's over. This fight, however, can go wrong pretty fast. Like, if you try to toy with the enemies too much, then yeah, you'll just get overwhelmed and run out of space to move. Like I said at the beginning, this entire level has fights that are exactly like this. So if you like it, you like it. If you don't like it, then you're not gonna like it. There's not really any in-between with this. You either like these kinds of fights or you don't. I gotta say, though, that Sulfuric Glue is, like, the king of making these types of fights, though. So, respect to him, no matter what your personal opinion is. Alright, so now the light's red, that means big guy in the middle's gonna start shooting. And again, you just gotta kind of play this one a little on the safe side. Hello. Yeah, basically just gotta change positions between shots and then blast stuff. It is kind of a boring fight though, I actually don't like it. Because you more or less just kind of have to stay in the middle. Or, excuse me, not stay in the middle, stay off to the sides and wait for everything to die before you can actually do anything. I'm not saying that every one of the fights he makes is a winner. This definitely is a loser in my opinion. But at least it has a unique concept and it's kind of interesting for that alone, if nothing else. Alright, so now we put the lever on, it activates this, which will take us up and we actually get the crossbow officially. And as you all know, the Siberian Mayhem crossbow is incredibly good, which means that the fights are about to get a lot harder. You don't get any more skill points, so all the fights from this point on are actually expecting you to use Born to Run. Again, if you don't like it, you're not gonna like it. That's just how it is. Okay, so here's the dumb baby lever. This will show you where to go in the maze, but also lock the secret arena and prevent you from 100% completing the level. It cannot be activated if you've already started the maze. Okay, cool, so I'm not gonna do it. Let's just start the maze. Hey, Billy Mays here with Sham. Wow, you're gonna be saying... Wait, wrong guy, that's Vince. Alright, so the first lever is there. I'm actually not too good at mazes, both in real life and in games, so forgive me if I take too long. This section of the video will probably be the longest, without a doubt. Also, I'm pretty sure that this area just loops in on itself. It doesn't actually lead to anything. Yeah, no, this just loops. It gives you the illusion that it has something cool going on because that does whatever that is, but yeah. Let's take that out. Alright, so now we're back in more familiar territory. Let's see, that's open. Do I want to be in this area? I think the answer is maybe. I honestly don't remember. Also, the levers themselves actually do emit a small sound when you're close to them, which is actually kind of a cool idea. Oh, I know what I'm supposed to do. I'm supposed to go here, right? Yes, I am. Wall opens nearby. Let's see, can I escape really quick just so that I can kind of orient myself? Wall opens far away. So, that would be... I know I'm stuck in a loop right now. I actually want to get out of the maze really quick so I can see what I'm doing from a better vantage point. That was the very first lever that I pulled. Here we are. Phase exit. That's what I wanted to do. Because I'm pretty sure that... Well, actually, I know for a fact that a secret lever is in this part of the maze somewhere. So the glass panes have moved. That's good for the maze progression, but it's not so good for me because I still haven't found what I'm looking for, which is the secret. The secret lever. I believe it's gold-plated. It has like a gold backing to it. Yeah, here it is. Okay. That's actually really easy to find. It's... yeah, like there's the switch, you go here, and just follow the leftmost passage, and there you have it. Okay, not bad, not bad. I still suck at mazes, but I actually did kind of okay on this. And that's also what it means by you can't 100% the lever, or the level, is it actually blocks that lever from being activated, so technically, yeah, you kind of screw yourself out of an area if you do that. Alright, so, hard fight. That's in very difficult. Take care of the sniping enemies, and we're gonna take care of these. There we go. Oh, one more. There you go. Alright, grab the goodies, and then watch out for the clears that spawn in the corners. It's 2, 3... That doesn't 3, I don't know. Oh, there's a 4th one. Yeah, one back shot with an arrow is actually enough to kill them, so that's nice to remember. Alright. Next please, got micro hoppers, I hate them. Definitely the worst enemy in Siberian Mayhem. Besides, maybe the burner. That's a little debatable, though, I think. I'm just gonna grenade him while I'm out. Want that man gone. Alright, I think the drone is the last enemy. Yes, it is. Alright, cool. So, if you come into the arena and go to the right side, there's a C4 brick without a glow around it. That's a secret. And then we continue. So second gate raises, or rises, I suppose. That's how it's spelled. I just say raise, but I guess rise works too. Anyway, we can actually grab some crossbow ammo, so that's the third gate, and oh, would you look at that, there's a third path. Gee, I wonder what we find at the end of it. Well, that will have to wait, because we have a fight. And what I like to do is I actually like to try to time my grenades. Also, I apparently hit an enemy because it instantly detonated. That's cool. Didn't even plan for that. But yeah, I like to time my grenade shots on that biomech to take out those kamikazes that start coming out from behind him. This fight's really well done, actually. I like this area probably the most. Not in the entire level, but for this section of the level, I think these are like the most well done fights. Alright, so we have a gimmick here. The floor is slow as shit. So, yeah, you basically jump to avoid the sector that makes you slow down. That's really all it does. And it's not a prolonged fight either, as you saw. Alright, so now we put the lever on the thing, but it doesn't work because when is it ever that easy? Alright, there we go, take them out. Let's get a little grenade action. Ow, okay. That did not go as planned. Yeah, but anyways, it's a really cool fight. I like the red aesthetic of this place. Actually, it reminds me quite a bit of like the feudal China chapter for some reason in Next Encounter. Well, actually, not really feudal China. What does it remind me of? This arena in particular reminds me of like the second to final level, I think, of Next Encounter, where you're basically hopping between like different time periods. Like you had Egypt, you had Rome, and then you had this, right? And it kind of reminds me of that arena, like, because it was just like a open space with like pillars, and it spawned enemies. I don't know, that's for some reason the thought that my brain just defaults to when I look at it. Either way though, fun arena, I like. Speaking of fun, we have a secret here, and it's actually a collection secret. Basically, you collect everything in the room and you spawn it. So let's do just that. This one, not really sure the intended way to get it. I usually just do a circle jump and collide with it. I think you could also just jump from beneath, though I haven't really tried. Also, you can in fact just tag them, so I'm just gonna keep a mental note that I tagged that, I tagged this, I tagged that. I got that. I collected that. Collect this. Tag this. I need to collect that one. And let's see, where's the final one? Oh yeah, grenades up there. So this one is a little tricky, but yeah, just jump there. Oh wait, no, there's one more. I forget where it is, but I know it's in a similar vein to that. I would like to say go up here and do... Oh, it's right there. Yeah, you jump here and then you fall down to grab it. There you go. To grab it. Yeah, grab. There, thanks. The reward's nice too, it's an armor. Alright, then we get a little jump thing that takes us up over this plasma barrier, which we stand on. Alright, good stuff. Now let's use some rockets to kill clears. Yeah, when fighting clears, I kind of like to do this, like these little tiny side steps, just so that you know, kind of keep their projectiles clustered in one area. Alright, double back shot for those. Now let's use grenades to kill that one in the back. I don't know why I switched to the crossbow. I thought I pressed my shotgun key. Thank you very much. Nice. Okay, that didn't go terribly. Just had one miss switch, but not too bad. Not too bad at all. And yeah, there's just like a giant reptiloid chilling. This fight's kind of weird, because it's actually a boss, but like, it has this really weak-ass intro fight where it's like, just kill some enemies and then they die. And then you fight the boss. And it's just kind of weird. I don't really understand what the purpose behind that is. Yeah, you can actually dodge all the projectiles by side-strafing. Except for this one. This one you actually have to shoot down because I think it has just good-ass tracking. And I like to use the crossbow because it does most damage. This one is basic side strafe. Oh yeah, and also these guys just kind of show up for basically no reason. They just exist. Yeah, so you have to actually sprint to dodge. That's just sidestep. And yeah, that's the fight. It just kind of exists. It's not my favorite fight, but it's not terrible either. It's just kind of there. That's really all I can say about it. Let's see, this side, you'll find an open door, and if you go up, you can exit on this floor, and go to your left to find a lever. That's actually the fourth secret lever, so might as well press it, or pull it, I suppose, activate it, whatever. Then go up here, and run over all the way the front. I'm gonna take it a little carefully here just because I don't want to fall off, but you can grab that, jump if you dare. Okay, well I do dare. Yeah, nothing happens, you just jump. But don't forget, there is this. It's a 50 armor. Not bad. Not bad at all. How many secrets do I have? 10 out of 17. I think that's correct, but honestly I don't know. Alright, now we're here. Yes, now we have to craft an Eye of Ender, whatever the fuck that is. So, you might be thinking to yourself, oh, I can just come over to like this forge area, but nope. You actually need to run all the way back to the beginning of the level. And this is actually done kind of as a way to, I guess, break up the tedium of things, because no combat. It's just a nice, soothing, relaxing run back, and press the use key like 4 times, and then you get it. Now we can enter the stronghold. And yeah, fun stuff. Also, this does kind of give you an opportunity to go back through the level and get any missed secrets that you might have otherwise missed. So that's cool too, it actually gives you the ability to like run back through and actually do everything over. But I'm pretty sure we got everything. So now this is opened. Dimensional rift found. Ooh, fancy. Oh no, what's going on? This guy doesn't really know, he's just there. So anyway, we got the Hellbreaker shotgun, which is... Yeah, so basically, this is the shotgun that I created, but only it's renamed. Well, I shouldn't say it's recreated, like, it actually is its own thing. It has, like, a slightly slower fire rate. It doesn't pierce enemies, it just pushes them back, because I guess the jibbing does kind of lag out stuff, so... Yeah. And it's also underneath the regular double barrel. Yeah. You might notice that there is no single shotgun, and this thing is actually the reason for that. Alright, I'm supposed to read this. I'm not actually going to read it. You can if you want. But that allows you to open up the plasma barrier. Yeah, we got ourselves a nice little fight that makes use of this weapon. Among other weapons. It's actually a really fun fight. I like this one quite a bit. Actually, all the fights in this secret area are well done. Yeah, no you don't. Nice, nice. Yeah, that's just a really cool fight. I don't know about you guys, I just like that. Alright, so now we are free to check out this courtyard. And go up here. And you might notice that there is this little overhang, so you can jump across to get a nice little ammo and gadget secret. Pretty cool. Let's see, we also have supplies, including nuclear shells. That's apparently what this thing uses. Sorry mate, road's closed. It weren't me fault. If you were wondering, definitely not me. Blame on us, I just found like this light. Wasn't me, man. Insurance will be a fucking nightmare, it will. Yeah, okay. Sure, I believe you. Whatever. Ow. Okay, I wasn't expecting the pillar to be so close. I'll be honest, I actually think that these are some of my favorite fights in the entire level. Yeah, that was just fun. I don't really have a better word to describe it. If there is a better word, then I'm probably missing it from my vocabulary, but yeah. Anyway, that's it. Alright, now before I go into there, I do want to go behind the building because I believe there is another secret of sorts. It's a classic style ambush. So anyway, this one is kind of deadly. It's kamikazes on either side, and then a helicopter, and one biomech. Of the major variety, of course, because that's deadly. If it was like a biomech miner, I would have been like, whatever. Also, I really like the music used in this place, too. Okay, so we need a key to unlock that door in particular. It's like the Door of Legend, apparently. I don't actually remember even what's behind it. Well, it unlocks both doors, and both lead to the same place. So anyway, we get to listen to this kick-ass music while we head up the stairs. And we get a cannon. Now, this cannon is unique to this level because it actually has its own weapon parameters, and the entire reason it exists is simply because you get 8 cannonballs by picking up this cannon, and that's all the ammo that you get for the entirety of the level. Yeah, so here, it's kind of weird because, like, the gates in this level don't actually let you jump over them. Like, even if you jump over something first. So you have to actually rely on little gaps in the gate to get through. But that's how you get this secret. Just hop up on this side and go through that tiny little open gate to grab it. Look at this, a lot of space, a cannon, and a bunch of keys. I wonder what's going to happen. Yeah, it expects you to use the cannon. Thank you, English. Jesus. But I only really use it for the wearable wave, just because I think it is a bit much. This fight is actually quite deadly. Definitely one of the harder fights in the level. Ow. Alright, drone, get out. Yeah, that is a tough-ass fight. Quite deadly. But we did it. That's the important thing. And let me see, I want to grab this, because armor. Good. That's my description. Yeah, armor, it's good. I don't remember if there's a fight down here or not, but I think that there is. Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. And you can't go back. There was actually an ammo pack, and I kind of forgot if there was actually anything in that place. Oh well. Hopefully I didn't miss any secrets, because, yeah, I can't go back there. There's only 3 left. So yeah, I really hope I didn't miss anything. I'm trying to think if there are exactly 3 secrets, and now that I'm trying to think about it, I can't remember, so that's cool. I hope for my sake that there are. I'm also really kicking myself for not grabbing that ammo pack. That would have been very useful. Anyway, you pull that, fall down here, and I forget which one it is, but you can actually swim up one of these waterfalls. Yeah, it's this one. You get some extra nuclear shells. Also, this is the weapon, so if you don't get it in the secret, don't worry, because you actually get it as a normal progression item too. I think you actually need to pick it up though. Yeah, you do. Okay. Yeah, that area is done. Now let's go to the next. There we go. Easy. Oh yeah, and if you go back through this corridor, there is a secret. This isn't it, but it does lead to another one. Oh, I don't need those. Yeah, so the other thing is, since it does use its own ammo type, it actually has a slightly higher max ammo. So you have 120 shells as the max instead of 100. Kinda cool. Actually, not a bad idea either, to give it a bit more ammo. So yeah, it's not like a 100% copy of the one that I created, and he did get... Yeah, basically, like, got my permission and stuff, so that's cool. I like it when people actually ask before just copying shit. Anyway, I got to do the trick that time. There, I did it again. Also, I saw the grenade. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Alright, he's down. Let's get another... Luckily those you don't have to shoot in the head. Which brides you still do, but... Yeah, lightning guys, just one body shot, they're gone. Good stuff. I could really use some rockets, I'll tell you what. Don't need any more nuclear shells, I'm actually pretty decent on those. This fight's difficult. I just remembered, yeah. I know that came out of nowhere, but I'm like, oh, this fight's difficult. Like, yeah, I just remembered. Oh, see what I mean? Yeah, difficult. Luckily the crossbow is godlike, so yeah. It is indeed nice to have. Oh, last rocket, that's not good. Actually, I wonder. I was actually wondering if I could stun him with these. Where are you going? The hell is this path? What? This guy has some weird-ass pathfinding, I'll tell you what. No, you don't. This is my town, partner. You ain't welcome here no more. Right? Okay, and I forget which one it is, but basically you enter one of these doors, obviously not that one, and it gives you a lever that you can pull. Yeah, so remember earlier how there were like 4 levers to pull, and it would unlock something? Well, this does something similar. There's like mechanism levers. And we pulled the first one. Grab some goodies, and then we'll go through here. Second lever is under that stairwell. There's nothing over there, but nice to have the health pill, I suppose. Oh yeah, this fight. Kinda tricky. But not really. Yeah, this thing is very useful. Very fun to use as well. I mean, it's an auto shotgun. How could you say no to that? Like, really? What kind of psychopath would you need to be like, I fucking hate the auto shotgun? Like, okay. Okay, yeah, you are weird for sure. This fight's actually really cool, though. Basically, you open up the prison cells, and they just already have enemies behind it. Oh yeah, a new enemy. The Coruscator, I believe. Basically, it's a melee-only pyro. Well, not melee only, it's a flamethrower only. And it can also run while using the flamethrower, so it's kind of scary, actually, because it just hunts you down relentlessly. But you shoot the fuel tank, they die, just like the regular pyros. Funny enough, the draconian burners I still think are a little deadlier just because it takes 2 shots to their fuel tank to kill them, instead of just 1. Also, I'm gonna hide back here and let their projectiles detonate. Here we go. Good stuff. Alright. Alright, let's go over this way. And underneath this stairwell is the third switch. Also, don't fall into that lava because it instantly kills you. Don't ask how I know. The fourth lever is right back here, or whatever the mechanism is. We're gonna have to find out. Oh yeah, and then plasma barrier. Yeah, you get tricked. Yeah, get him out, and then guess who it is? The guy. Oh. Yeah, the guy is deadly. Thankfully, he can't really fit under that, so you can use it as a way to block off his movement. Make some counter plays, so that's good. You can also just be a dork and shoot him, but who does that? But, like, honestly... Oh. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, pick up one of those items, and then you get some kamikazes to kill. I guess this was from a different fight. Yeah, but we don't have a key now, do we, Nitrixa? So, without further ado, let's enter the bouncy room. Gotta have it, of course, because classic. Or some shit, I don't know. I can't shoot these guys, they're impossible. There. I killed them finally. Alright, got them out of here. Alright. Good deal. So now that's dealt with, and we can go onto the platform. Yeah, beware, it's not all roses. Of course, there's gotta be some enemies. I'm actually gonna use Diamond Sword just to save on ammo a little bit. I don't really need to save ammo for the auto shotgun, but the other weapons I want to for sure. And those take 3 shots. Pretty good. Now that's open. And let's see, where is... Oh, yeah, the fight. Here we go. Oh my god, the lag. Holy smokes. Hit that motherfucker. Get out of here, boy, that's great. Oh yeah, and the last lever for the mechanism is right here. Something happened on a bridge. Probably wondering, okay, what? Well, you'll see. There is in fact a bridge that we crossed over to get here. It's this bridge. And there's also no fights on this bridge for a pretty good reason. It's so that you can just get the secret. So you pull that, open the door, open your mind. What does that mean? Well, you are all about to find out, and I believe it's the final secret, if I'm not mistaken. So I guess it's a good thing. I did probably get all the secrets, if this tags as it. We'll see. I'm keeping my fingers crossed, because I really don't want to miss any secrets getting this far into the level. Oh, right, the door. Yeah, the exit is here, where all those armor shards were. Oh boy, what's happening? Yeah, enjoy. I was laughing my ass off the first time I saw this. I love the fucking zealots like spin in the back. That's my favorite. Hell yeah. Oh, and then the wearables just headbanging, hell yeah. Whatever the fuck that animation is for the Nars is just brilliant. Yeah, anyway, that is like one of the most gorgeous secrets I think I've ever seen. It's just beautiful, truly. Also, it gives you an extra skill point, so that's interesting, I suppose. I don't really know what to put it in, so I'll probably just do that to make this weapon ever so slightly better. Honestly, I don't know what to put it in. I'll probably just put it in, like, faster reloads, which... yeah, actually, it kind of affects the same weapons. I'll just do this. Fuck it. I don't know what to put it in. Oh, this fight is difficult as shit. So we had ourselves a good laugh now. Gonna be pretty quiet for this. Because this is hard. Hello. I'm doing a recording of the band. My brother entered, by the way. So, hello. Just hello, my child. I guess he's part of the commentary now, but, yeah, no biggie. I'm about to beat the level. I only have a couple more sections to get through. Had I known you were coming over, I would have actually done this at a different point. So I'm sorry about that. Let's see, we killed the enemies. Yes, we did. Okay, so now we fight this guy, who people who've been watching will probably remember from earlier. Also, oh yeah, the werewolves. Okay, I forgot. These evil things just show up. Absolutely horrible. Let's just take out the zealots first because they're the most obnoxious. Then I'll go back to shooting some rockets. Hopefully not get sideswiped by more enemies. He's almost dead, so I'll just pump a few more rockets. And focus on the reptiloids. Let's see. Get rid of those in the fucking process to hate these things so much. Obnoxious enemy. Well, at least we get to make use of that dual-wheel cart that we picked up not too long ago. Doing the goofy secret. Alright. Let's focus on this guy again. And I think this is the last wave. It's actually an infinite spawner of skeleton dudes, and all they really do is just reinforce, like, hey, you gotta move. That's literally all they're here for, it's just to make you move. So, yeah, just ignore them, shoot the guy, and scripted die. Script to die. Why did I say that? Scripted to die. Thank you, English language. Now we got the Pyro Wave, which just kind of shoot their tanks if you can, blow them up. Oh yeah, and then the Burner shows up, who is my least favorite. For obvious reasons, he does way too much damage. Alright, next wave clears. Of course, gotta have a clear wave. Wouldn't be serious aim without these things. Then we got some kamikazes. Pretty annoying, but it is what it is. Alright, now this is the most dangerous part because it spawns in 2 biomechs and they are not stationary. They start up there, but they will start walking into the arena after you. So yeah, you just have to kill the kamikazes as quick as you can and also not get too close to these. Otherwise they'll just shoot a rocket in your face and you'll frickin' die. Luckily it's only 2, but still pretty deadly. Alright, then there's one final wave. At least I think this is the last one. It's all spiders. Yeah, again, it's one of those nicer style fights. Very reminiscent of the Grand Forest. Although this fight was made way after. This is actually like one of the last fights that was added. Before, well, the map went public, which is the build I'm playing right now. And yes, the audio is cutting out because there are just that many spiders. Things are so stupid. I'm not actually sure if I'm supposed to take out the witch brides and make them stop spawning. I think I'm gonna try it. I have cannon ammo, so I'll just do it. 1, 2... Ah, they're still spawning in. Oh, there's another witch bride, that's why. These things are so freaking pesty. At least I got the sound back, because I killed a lot. Oh yeah, now Part B is horrible. Like the fight that never ends, but it is kind of a nice penultimate fight though for the level. Also, I'm pretty sure Sulfuric Blue has a fetish for wereballs because he spawns them in quite a bit. I do have the cannon, but I also kind of want to save some ammo for it, just in case. So I'll use the shotguns. Oh, that's what that sound is. What the hell? Okay. Weird ass enemy. Alright, and that is the fight. To enter the end. How wonderful. Yeah, so the end we go. Yeah, no more secrets. Now we have like a little bit of Zen platforming before we get to the boss. And yes, there is actually a custom boss fight. As you can see, the Ender Dragon who gets to fight his ass. That's gonna be good. It's actually a cool boss fight. I just hope I don't die to it because that would be a lot of progress wasted. How do I grab those again? I think I just fall off. That's not how you do it. There's like a... Oh, you just walk off here, right? Okay. Alright, now you walk off again to get teleported back up, and we jump across. This platforming's a little weird. Basically, this platform tilts up and down, and you have to use that platform as sort of a base. So we just wait for it to tilt downwards like this, then just do a sprint jump to get on top. And this side is actually slightly taller than that side is, so you use this to jump up onto that platform. Hop across. And now we just get to admire the final arena where the boss fight is from afar, while also collecting some goodies that hopefully help us survive the ordeal. Also some shotgun shells. I think I'll grab those. Ah, missed my chance. Go back onto that platform. That's a bummer. You have to be very quick if you want to do that. But that's fine. I'll just wait for that one. And also, thankfully, you can't fall to your death. That would be really stupid to make it this far and then it's like, ah, yeah, like, yeah, you fall, you're dead. Can't do shit. Oh, yeah, I forgot that platform is moving. Yeah, so now it goes back to this. 2 more standard jumps. And then there's like a little staircase of blocks that you can use to jump up. This isn't a secret, but if you do get it, it's just nice to have a little life gadget. Just for some life insurance. You know what I'm talking about. And there he is. Sleeping Beauty. Yeah, he's like, oh, who the fuck? Alright, time to kill. This first phase is, well, I wouldn't say it's easy, but basically it lets you kind of get an idea of what his attacks are. Basically sends down these explosive orbs and also will cast down some damaging floor that you have to avoid. Because, you know, Dragon does fire, who would have guessed. Honestly, to me, though, it kind of looks more like poison, but whatever. Yeah, so basically he does that attack, which is spread out and creates damaging floor. He does this one where he spawns orbs directly on top of you and you just have to run. Then the last attack is this, which is like a barrage of purple reptiloid projectiles. And then he kind of spreads them out like so. So all in all, I think he has about 5 different attacks that you could use in his first phase. Pretty cool boss. And now he enters his second phase, where he gets angry. And this is where I'll use the last 3 cannon shots. Also, don't worry, you don't have to destroy anything, he just rejuvenates. And then once he does, you just kill his ass. Yes, now he has that new attack, which hits the ground and sends out like a little shockwave. Also summons an orb. And then you just gotta sprint to avoid taking damage from those. Honestly, this is actually a really cool boss fight, visually. And he also does this attack where he teleports and creates more of those firecracker projectiles to jump over. And this one, you just gotta sprint. Yeah, he just tries to predict your movement. Sadly, he does kind of like to spam that attack quite a bit. He's about to teleport, so gotta jump. Gonna do it again. And again. And I think he's dead. Actually, I don't know. Oh yeah, he is. Cool. And you get a nice little death animation. He kind of curls up and just thinks about his life. And then there he goes, he's dead. Beautiful. He just regrets everything, disappears. And now we are out of here. And I guess now we just go to bed, even though it's like still the same time of day. That's a little bit of an oversight. I kind of wish he made it like darker. Sun's like still straight up in the sky. Ain't nobody going to bed at this time, but I guess we are. And that is the map. Yeah, so very, very well done, very fast-paced, and yeah. If you like challenge maps, you'll definitely like this one. It's meant to be played with saves and loads, but obviously as someone who playtested the crap out of it, I kind of know all the tricks. I'm not saying that my way of playing is the best way to play, but I just do what works for me. And yeah, I hope you all have fun with it. It's been a pleasure working on this map. Thank you, Sulfuric Glue, for letting me test it, and also for letting me do the video. Very nice. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace.